Hello to all the lovely people here. Today we are solving linear equations. Now, first, before we start solving, I want to tell you what is linear. So, linear means that the power of the variable, so the variable which can be x, which can be y, which can be a, b, c, whatever, the power of the variable is only one. So, it's just x, y, a, b, and c. It is not x square or y cube or a to the power of 5. No, it is just x or y or z or anything, but the power is just 1. It's just the letter. Okay, so that means linear. Linear means the power of the variable is 1. All right, so let's start solving the equations now. So first, let's start with the basic level, which is like if you have a question, 2p is equals to 6, let us suppose. So if it says 2p is equals to 6, what you have to do is you have to divide by 2 on both sides, and that will give you p is equals to 3. Yeah. So now I know that some of you are super smart and you will say, we can find it in our head. Yes, definitely. You can find it in your head. Like you can say, all right, 2 times which number gives you 6, and that number is 3. But it's not all the time that you can do, because if it is a decimal number or a fraction number, you will have to do the calculation. And also for the purpose of exams, for doing any exam, you will have to show the working to get full marks. So definitely make sure you make a habit of writing the working or showing your working. All right, so that was first question, which was 2p is equals to 6, and we divide both sides by 2. That gives us p is equals to 3. All right, let's try one more question. 4m is equals to, let us suppose, 12. Here again, smart people will say 4 times 3 gives 12, so m is equals to 3. Yes, but in the working you will have to show that you are dividing both sides by 4, and then it leaves the left hand side with m, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So you have to show the working. All right, so that is question number 2. Now let's do question number 3, and that can be, let's suppose, b minus 2 is equals to 7. Now again, you can do it in your head, but it's a good practice to do it, show your working. So whenever you have a minus sign, you have to do the opposite function of that. So you will do plus 2 on both sides, and that will give us 2 minus 2 plus 2 becomes 0. So you have b is equals to 9, and that's your answer. Okay. Fourth question, let's do one more, and then that question could be whatever, 7 plus x is equals to, let us suppose, 10. Now again, you can do it in your head and you will say 7 plus 3 is 10, but again, showing your working. So it will be minus 7 on both sides, and that will take 7, take away 7 is 0. You are left with x is equals to 3. All right, so showing your working is the most important thing here. Yeah, let's do a couple more questions. So the fifth question here, let's do division now. So if you have x divided by 5 is equals to 7, you can say, so whenever you have a division, you will do multiply 5 on both sides. So that will give us 5, divide by 5 and multiply 5 gives you 1. So that leaves us x is equals to 35. Right, same way this can be written as a fraction, because division is fraction. So you can write it as x divided by 5, or x over 5 is equals to 7. And in this case you are doing multiply 5 on both sides again, which gives us 5 and 5 will cancel. So you are left with x is equals to 35 again. All right, so I hope this makes sense. And the last question here now, let's do something j divided by 5 is equals to 11. So again, we are going to times 5 on both sides, and that will give us j is equals to 55. All right, so the most important thing here you will have to make sure is that you are using the opposite function. So negative becomes positive, Now here it was a positive number, it became negative, then division becomes multiplication, again division becomes multiplication, and in the first one, as we did, multiplication becomes division, so that we divided by those. Okay, so we always do the opposite function to find the value, right? So that is level number 1. I will quickly make another video of level number 2.